And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show that's giving you a night adventure for the third week in a row for this summer of RPG, only known as Music Village. And according to the maestro, there won't be a fourth night because next week he has to leave early. Wait, where do you have to go? Oh, yeah, you have to DJ at that makeshift bar mitzvah. Well, tell me how it goes and save me a piece of cake if they have one. Oh, if they eat cakes at bar mitzvahs, I don't know. But besides me wanting a piece of cake from a party that I got a feeling may not have any, look at my watch right now. Oh, it's just about that time. It's the witching hour, which means it's time for us to be brought up to speed on news stories from this week from, you guessed it, all around the world. And if you're wondering the reason why in the world we have different music for this part, because it's a night show. We gotta spice it up a little bit. But besides all that, folks, in our first news story, for you Deftone fans out there, me included, we have some good news for you. Because it's been announced that the album that was originally slated for 2021 has now been moved to September 25th of 2020. And the brand new album that Deftones are coming out with, which is their 9th album they've come out with thus far, is entitled Ohms. And as of this past week, they've decided to reveal one of the songs that will be featured last on the album, known as Ohms. And I, for one, after hearing this song, am overly excited about the new album that Deftones have come out with. And as a matter of fact, with the exception of White Pony, I do believe I have every single Deftone album in existence thus far, proving how much I love this band, and I can't wait to hear the whole entire full album when it comes out later on in September, most likely in the fall. Yeah, according to the maestro, the 25th, right around that fall Festivus. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out the newest song from the Deftones off their next upcoming album that should be out within a month's time, you can go ahead and check it out on the YouTube page of one man only known as Deftones to check it out for yourself. And in other news, and more or less Internet Explorer news, for you fans out there who've been using Internet Explorer for well over 25 years, unfortunately, as of November 30th of 2020, yep, it's been announced that they will slowly but surely start to get rid of Internet Explorer for you Internet Explorer users out there. And I, for one, who has found multiple alternatives outside of the world of Internet Explorer, seeing what was going to happen to it sooner than later, am not really worried about all of this. With the exception of a couple of sites that I used to go to for news back when we did Music Village a couple of years back, probably 4 years ago, we've been using Internet Explorer for most of the news stories, but found a new source thanks to a couple of my friends. So, for all of those who didn't find an alternative source by then, let's just say by around August 17th of 2021 will be the final death nail in the coffin for Internet Explorer. I mean, they'll start as of November 20th, but by next summer, it's pretty much over. And for any of you out there who wants to check out any other news that they have for all of the things that will be going away with Internet Explorer, you can go ahead and check it out on the website only known as Microsoft.com to check it out for yourself. And in other news, and more or less more music news from Leapfrog Studios, it looks like this week they decided to go full Lenny Kravitz with a metal cover of the song Are You Gonna Go My Way? And not to mention, during the music video for this week, folks, they would include a banjo in the song as well, with not only that, but a rock guitar solo in there as well, with this banjo in it as well, too. So yeah, very different from Frog Leap Studios, but I like it. I don't know why, but I really do. Especially seeing the fact that he's wearing a straw hat and no shoes while jumping up and down while playing the banjo alongside of his rock version or metal version of himself on the guitar alongside with it. Which the maestro's wondering how in the world is he able to do that? And the answer, I don't know. Seriously, I don't know how in the world he's able to pull off half of the things he does in his music videos. And for those who wants to go ahead and check out this cool cover of Lenny Kravitz, Are You Gonna Go My Way, you can go ahead and check it out on the YouTube page of one man only known as Frog Leap Studios to check it out for yourselves. Now, I would have said I want to hear him play in the future Lenny Kravitz Fly Away, but at the same time, it's sort of a metal song within itself, isn't it? But I got a feeling Frog Leap Studios will come up with their own spin on it too. Who knows? But besides figuring out that metal cover in the near future, folks, seeing the fact that we're fresh out of regular news stories for this week, you guys at home know what time it is. It's time for us to go into yet another edition of Video Game News. In our first video game news story, for you Samurai Jack fans who have been waiting patiently for another Samurai Jack game to come out, I have some good news for you. Because it's been announced as of this week, you will now be able to play the game known as Samurai Jack Battle Through Time that came out on not only the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Switch, PC, and Apple Arcade as well. Yes, that's right, folks. All bases are covered with the exception of, I guess, Android. I wonder why in the world they didn't include Android in the mix, but either way, not bad. And seeing the fact that I've watched well over 100 episodes of this said show of the original series, I can't wait to get my hands on this cool game. Not to mention seeing the fact that he's using a bow and arrow in the trailer that the maestro's showing me, and also that cool sword he's been known for well over several years he's been using it. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out the cool trailer for Samurai Jack to get you hyped for the game that is currently out as we speak, you can head on over to the Game Informer page, only known as GameInformer.com, to check it out for yourself. And in other video game news, for you Crysis fans out there who's been wondering when in the world this game's gonna be coming out in its remastered form, then wonder no more, because it's been announced as of this week that this game will be coming out as of September 18th of this year. Wow, a lot of things coming out in September as of late, but I have no problem with it. And seeing the fact that I'd never truly had a chance to play the original Crysis when it came out, yeah, I got a feeling I might take a crack at it to see what sort of crazy things I could do in the world of Crysis. You know, before I jump into Crysis 2 and 3 that are already out as we speak. But I don't think they're out for the next gen systems, but we'll have to look that up in the near future. But either way, folks, if you guys want to go ahead and check out the cool remastered differences for the first installment of Crysis, you can head on over to the Game Informer page, only known as GameInformer.com, to check it out for yourselves. And oh, before we forget, this will be available for not only the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, but also the PC as well on September 18th. But for you Switch fans out there, it's already out according to the maestro. How does that work? Well, besides that, folks, in other video game news, speaking of people who are lucky, for you Grand Theft Auto Online fans out there, not only they've announced bonus prize money for those yacht missions still on demand, but they've also announced that you can get triple rewards in the trapdoor, but also double rewards in transform races, a free t-shirt with the 2 logo from the classic Liberty City Internet Cafe stores. And also on the lucky wheel for this week is the Pittsburgh 811. And for anybody who don't know what that vehicle is, if you ever played Need for Speed or Gran Turismo and find the fastest car in the game or the third to fastest car in the game, yeah, it's something like that. And along with that, folks, you also get a 30% discount off of yachts and upgrades and modifications, along with 30% off of all boats, 30% on all yacht-worthy helicopters, and even 30% off of land vehicles along the lines of the Impante Ruiner 2000, the Highway APC, and the Principal Devastate 8. So for you yacht fans out there, before we forget to say this, if you weren't able to get the boat at less than $10 million, this week I got a feeling might be the last week you'll get a chance to do so don't sleep on that opportunity. And along with all of that, if you guys want to figure out what are the crazy and zany things that are coming down the tubes for the Rockstar Social Club with whatever event for what game they got coming down the tubes next, you can go ahead and head on over to the socialclub.rockstargames page, only known as socialclub.rockstargames.com, under the event section to check it out for yourselves. And I guess with all those news stories out of the way and with some discounts along the way with it, you have all officially for this week have been brought up to speed. And I guess with that said, we might as well head into that music one more time. And when we return, we'll be back with the final segment for Music Village for this week, right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.